Hey everybody, you're watching Michigan Farmer 421. I'm Clyde, and today we are on the final part of the Cummins swap, part 10. Okay, we now got the truck back outside, and it is outside for a while. I'm going to stand out of the wind here. The Cummins swap is complete. There is nothing else I should add to it that I haven't added to it already. It is finished. There is a belt tensioner I ordered, but that's just fixing some small things on the Cummins. That will be in tomorrow. Hopefully I will pick that up. But the truck drives awesome. I'm going to actually roll in some dash cam footage of me driving the truck here. So as you can see, the truck is running great. It is shifting at where it is supposed to shift. To let you know what RPMs I am shifting at 1950 from first to second to 1500. These are both hundreds. And to third, and then 2200 from third to fourth. Had to think about it there. I've been doing numbers all day on this truck. But, yep, it shifts great. I didn't have the computer hooked up to it or anything. I've noticed with my computer, it likes resetting fields, so I just decided to go into the controller and tune it and set it and forget it kind of thing. And it runs great. That laptop, probably not hooking it back up to it unless I have a different one because it's not saving the changes I make, and I have to go in and redo all the thing. But, the reason it wasn't shifting last time was because I didn't have the tack wire hooked up. Now, in the manual, it said that that was optional, but something must have happened in the settings to where it needed the tack sensor to shift, and I basically just wired it up. I'll show you where I have that wired up a little bit later on, but after wiring it up, I just adjusted where I wanted to shift, and it shifts great. Yeah, that was really the only problem. I was in contact with US Shift and customer support all this past week. We've worked on getting tunes set, and they took a tune, they adjusted it, and then I adjusted it at what RPM I wanted to shift, and it runs great. Of course, it rolls a little cold going from first to second just because of high RPMs, but when you get up to 22 to 2600 RPMs, we gain boost like at 11 or 12 pounds of boost. Not a lot with that little turbo, but it's still boost. So yeah, and we are also getting the truck's throttle up to 2600. I had to do some modifications to it, which I'll show you here. It looks like the wind died down a little bit, but we had to adjust our foot pedal to where we could pull the cable more firm and not have 6 inches of foot underneath. I'll turn on my lights if I can find my keys. But we have now a straight piece of iron that goes up to an L piece, and the throttle cable is in there right there, and that works very, very well. It's not hitting my foot anymore, and we've also shortened the cable so it's nice and firm. We've also adjusted where our spring is to pull the cable back, because we needed 2600 RPMs, and that was holding it up. It was only letting us go to 2000. So with this, I have set up to where we could just, I have this super tight because it's really, really tight. I have this just to where we can pull over or push over which way we want. I've marked it here with a marker to tell where I have it set, but it pulls all the way up to 2600 RPMs. We had it top out at 2900 RPMs, like max. That was just when we had it on the floor in the shop, and we really don't want to be accelerating that amount because that is, maxing out a motor is not the best option in my opinion. But 2600 RPMs, we could get up to 75, no problem. No need to go 80. I know the 6.9 I think went 80, but we're not going 80. That's just, nope, not doing it. So yeah, so with the tack sensor, I just ran the yellow wire from the computer's wiring harness it comes over here and it goes into this red wire, and this red wire runs like, I think it's this one right here, runs all the way along here, and it splices into the yellow wire on the tack sensor. And then I went into the computer and clicked on the custom configuration and entered 50.50. I think that's because there's 50 teeth on the ring gear down there with that tack sensor. But I know there's not 50.5 there, but 50.50 gives it a more of an accurate reading, because I think one of the teeth is chipped, so it kind of bounces back and forth. But yep, so that's kind of what we've done underneath the engine in the engine bay since last time. I've also cleaned up my wiring, taped it up, zip tied it, made sure we don't have problems. I've tried to fix my coolant heat sensor, but I don't know if we're just not warming her up because we have the fans on all the time. You know, a cool diesel runs better, so I like to keep the engine pretty cool and make sure that it doesn't get too warm. Of course, I'll know if it gets warm because my heat will start just getting super hot. And of course it gets super hot now, but when I have it off and there's still heat coming from it, that means there's pretty good amount of heat. And the coolant, I cool it more, you could turn on the heat. But yeah, so this truck is pretty much done. I did try to run the tack wire through like the PCM. Well, it doesn't go for the PCM, so that kind of was not fun. But trying to figure that out when it doesn't have a wire for the PCM. So we're on the passenger side. I'm keeping my toolbox in here for now, just in case the wire comes loose. Because if like the speedometer wire comes loose, the truck won't shift, and well, we're not going anywhere. So I've just kept my toolbox in here, make it level with a 2x2 block, and then I gotta get my computer out of here. But yep, and then of course behind the seat I got the Cummins manual with all like the diesel conversion manuals, the US shift manuals, and just some wiring diagrams in case I get. And then I have a Ford book that a friend got me for my birthday, I think last year. Wiring diagrams in there help it greatly if it has the right year of your truck, because they have the F series, and then you got like chassis frames, ambulances, and everything else. So you gotta know which one you want to look for. But yeah, so that's kind of the wrap of this Cummins swap video. Of course, I put some of the dash cam footage in just to because I forgot this camera, and the dash cam does actually pretty well. So yeah, I will be doing a what did it cost video on this truck soon-ish. I gotta go through all my receipts to figure out which stuff is necessary and which stuff is not necessary. Like in the I changed all the oil filters and stuff. That might not be necessary in your opinion, but it's recommended to do. I did differential fluid swaps, which you might not want to do. So I'll just give you the cost of what it costs to put it in the truck, and then what I did after. I put in a new radiator while I was at it, because the whole front clip I had apart, and that radiator was about to be junk, and it was plugged pretty severely. The coolant coming out of it wasn't great. But some other things I got for the truck while I was at it was the boost gauge. You might not want that boost gauge, and you know, so I'll do like the bare what it costs to put it in the truck and what to get it running, and then what I did after added onto it. I did run it out of fuel twice. Turns out that truck was empty when I put it in the shop. No wonder why it rolled so easy. So I drained both tanks of fuel empty, so I had to go to town, get 6 gallons of diesel to put it in the front tank, and then I had to fill up both. I'm still not certain both are full, because both, I believe, are having some like air venting issues, but I think I got a way to figure that out soon. But you know, it's an older truck, it's not perfect. The gas tanks on this truck were originally from gas, obviously, because they're all cut up inside here. I can show you here. But yeah, so this truck is pretty awesome. It sounds super mean in town, and I'm very happy with it. Yeah, because they cut them up in here to fit the diesel nozzle, because over here I have another bed that so happens to be for an OBS Ford. This truck is not in use right now, but this truck's, guess if I can get the caps open, it used to be like that. You can't fit the diesel nozzle in there, of course, but you can fit the gas nozzle in the diesel thing. hopefully no one puts gas in my truck because I don't want to have back compression and then have to swap that motor out again. So yeah, so that's kind of going to wrap up this video. Of course, look forward to that what did it cost to put this engine in the truck. Of course, the 6.9 is still for sale. I can show you guys real quick. I did have maybe one bite on it, but that bite has quickly been spit back out, and it's still available for sale. I don't care what it, you know, I'd like maybe get a little money back on it. It's not free, but if it comes down to that, it comes down to that. The injectors and the injector pump are like they're actually a year old in a month. So not even a year old, they're like 11 months old. But we've had bad compression and bad blow-by on this motor, so it probably needs rebuilt. But if you're looking for just a little rat rod engine, this could be it. It's not running complete. I took some fuel lines off and some sensors because the Cummins comes with the Dodge sensors. If you want the Dodge sensors to put in there, I can put the Dodge sensors back in. But I needed the Ford sensors to put in here, so that kind of, yeah. You know, I needed the Ford sensors. I had them. I'm not going to buy new ones because I could take them off. So yeah, of course it doesn't come with the exhaust or anything. AC, it comes with the AC compressor because we don't have AC anymore. But I'll include the radiator if you want. It's seen better days. It's copper. Anyone's a copper scrapper, they could have that. I'm just looking to get rid of some stuff at some point. But yeah. So if you enjoyed this video of me talking about the Cummins, give it a like. If you're new here, subscribe. We are at 40 subscribers now, which is amazing. I've only been doing this since January, and I'm surprised greatly of how well we are doing. So yes, so thank you for watching, and we will see you in the next one.